How much Palu? I saw him lose with her against Ally and then switch.
All I know,
mean,
man,
against
is that the
whoever he
OG
played in winter semis.
The OG from Smash 4 is back. Olimar, he can chill on the bench. He did plenty of work so far. But
yeah,
it's Rosa who's really trying to cement Smash the Paramount as being a PGR ranked event that Dabuz gets to sit at from the top.
Yeah, Rosalina putting up her first big win at a tournament too. I mean, that's super huge.
It's been a hell of a tournament when you look at everyone who's had to fight their way forward for this. We've had 2 different types of keys, a Yoshi, and potentially a Rosalina taking the whole thing. Tears be damned. If you want to play to win, you play to win. Don't let your character do the work for you.
Yeah, I don't know about Tears be damned, because I feel like that's totally a real thing. But what I will say is that everybody's tier list that has been written to date be damned, because none of you know enough about this game. I don't know enough about this game to tell you who's how good. So, especially because it's being consistently patched. I don't know. Rosa did see some improvements in the last one.
Several times, too, with that.
Yeah, I think it just took, you know, that adjustment period of people getting over the fact that she's not the same as she was in the last game. And it's the same for a lot of characters. They've been changed in these ways that don't destroy them as a character, but it makes their old game plan not as viable. I
agree wholeheartedly, Max. It's such an important factor figuring out your character's new tools. Their skin might be the same, but under that, the meat and bones is completely different. You're fighting in a new style of game. You're fighting with new moves, different frame data. There's so many different things that you have to adjust to. I feel like that's why we've seen a lot of these veteran players take sort of rocky starts to the beginning of Smash Ultimate. But here, we're in the 6-month point. We're looking at half a year of time that these players have put into it. They're starting to learn the intricacies of how to move, how to play defensively, how to respond, what tools are better than some others.
Yeah, we're only going up from here, man, because people are just going to keep figuring it out, and we're going to see the meta become something truly beautiful. I mean, it already is, but it's got a lot of room to grow.
I mean, we've had quite a sight to see so far in just tonight's tournament. But like you said, it's just getting better from this point. And even at that, look at the intricacies of the match that we've had at hand. Like, it's even stock count. And even though Dabuz sitting pretty heavily on the damage end of things.
Oh, not speed spotting. That jump was huge. Wow, this Cypher got... Oh, no, okay. It wasn't that it got destroyed. It said he air dodged off it, and then it got destroyed. But man, oh, that was such an intense moment. Dabuz about to swing things back into his favor after trailing for the entire game so far.
It's those scrambles that matter the most between these two characters. It's such a unique matchup.
Yeah, both of them really don't play like anybody else. Wow, that was so smart from Dabuz, just knowing that Snake's not fast enough to chase that down. And yeah, Nikita going to be completely invalidated by gravitational pull. Ally really does have to fall back on his explosives, the grenades and the C4.
Bro, I love how Ally had just enough time to line it up. He like stepped a little bit forward, a little shimmy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because we're right back to dead even on the last stocks of game 1.
Oh, yeah, grenade right into the neutral air. Oh, he hit him. That was certainly the end of game 1, but I love this misdirection by Ally. Just target switching so effectively.
I feel like that's always been a feature of counterplay that like people forget about Rosalina. Like now that she's back in the forefront under the control of Dabuz, you have to really weigh your options. Where do you want that extra bit of damage that maybe 8 or 12% to put you ahead of Dabuz? Or do you want to eliminate Luma? Buy yourself some time to reassess the situation, maybe get more damage, maybe get that stage control, figure out how it's got to play out. Ally's making those choices very swiftly, and they're paying out dividends for it.
Are we going to see him place that grenade? Just so intimidating on its way down there. Dabuz making sure not to get hit by it. Oh, wow, Luma! Okay, so what he did there was he waited on the ground, but that made Luma actionable before Rosa, so he rolled and then attacked with Luma. That was so clean right there. Could be wrong on my interpretation of that, but that's definitely what it looked like. Oh, and down throw up tilt.
Yep.
Le classique.
The vintage.
Vintage?
Now, we saw this in Winners Finals. We saw Dabuz get straight cooked.
We did.
Not going to butter it up for you folks. But Dabuz is the one who's sitting on the winner's side of Grand Finals right now. So we have no idea how the next several games are going to pan out.
No, absolutely not. Ally, I think, the more tenacious of the two players, right? You give him a long set, you give him the stress of being down games or down a set, and he's the one who's more likely to shake that off, in my opinion. But Dabuz, once he gets started, once he starts to feel like he figured it out, he's pretty much the hardest player in the world to beat at that point. So it's really just a race against time here, right? If Ally can keep the clock going, if he can keep all the games close and make Dabuz just not able to get into that confident groove, then we could see him run this all the way and take it. But rest assured, the minute Dabuz feels like he figured this out, it's done. Ally's out of here. I mean, that's exactly what we saw in Winners Finals. That one crucial moment where he was a hit away from death for like a minute and a half straight, and then he just kept Ally in the air over and over again, realized his patterns, his defensive habits. Bam. We saw him take the set, reverse 3-0 from that point. So I don't know, man. This is still anybody's game. But Ally leading in the first set.
It really comes down to who wants it more at this point. Because, like, Ally's just been stunted on by Long Island since he's got here. And I feel like to put so much effort into getting to this point just for Dabuz to take 2 sets on him, which would be heartbreaking for Ally and fans of this. Meanwhile, Dabuz, who has been getting frustrated lately with like his placings and how he's played, sort of, you know, at a bit of a loss. Maybe this return to form with Rosalina and the comfortable position he's sitting in from the inner side brand could be just the ticket for getting himself back in the groove. Because even though this event is only a C tier, it's a very pretty C tier to put on your wins.
Oh, absolutely, man. The top talent here is just stacked through the roof. And I think, judging by who's in Grand Finals, you can tell that with a simple glance.
You know, the pick into Final Destination is something I want to highlight for a moment, because, like, why would Dabuz want to bring Ally here? Ally has all the space in the world to just put out workmates. What do you think is going through his head?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think both these characters have attributes that help them excel here, for sure. Obviously, Snake wants as much space as possible to set the walls up, but Rosalina also wants to be able to juggle you and take away your options to land.
I guess the lack of platforms does that to Ally, now that I think about it. Like, he's got nowhere else to run. He's got nowhere else to cover space. And the little bouts where we've seen Dabuz really have a hold of the set, they've been through juggles. They've been through that aerial control. And I guess Final Destination is just a really good stage for facilitating that aspect of the game.
All right, we've got these dash attacks, man. So difficult for Snake to touch the ground in a situation like that. Rosalina, just her one burst option, it's so sneaky because she dips low, otherwise being very easy to hit.
Man, the irony of Snake having to deal with an annoying dash attack.
Right? Oh my god, yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's so funny.
It's like a mirror version almost, too, with the sweeping.
Right.
This is just karmic retribution for any time that Snake has gotten in, and he doesn't deserve it.
And he's answering tit for tat, dash attack for dash attack. But wait, what?
Look at these percentages.
I mean,
I just had to take a moment to realize that we're not at that dead even that I was expecting us to be. Dabuz is galactic chilling right now. 137% put on Ally, and a wayward air dodge. His recovery with the C4 going to be super important, but too much damage.
That was death no matter what. It was either untechable on the underside of the stage or die off the other part, or just die underneath. So yeah, very tough bind there for Ally to find himself in.
Trying to figure out, like, what's Ally to do? Because I feel like in the previous stocks, he's just taken too much damage in his quest to getting full stage control, taking ahead in the game. And I've emphasized this further enough, but when Snake is taking too much damage, when the risk reward is not leaning in his favor, Snake doesn't have a lot more options. He doesn't have a really reliable disjoint when Luma's on the field. He can't do much if he's not able to set up more than one grenade.
Yeah, to me it just all boils down to who has the stock lead, right? Like Snake with the stock lead, candidate for best in the game, said this with Aussie too, but when he's behind the stock, it's one of the worst characters. And it's super, super tough, right? And also, yeah, just having a percent deficit and wanting to maintain the lead, that takes the trades off the table with grenades, like we were just saying. So I don't know, finally finding his way in, that one jump in that could lead to death, going to be nair one to up tilt. And Ally now only down in terms of percent, and about half of that made up for right now. Jeez. And he's getting rid of Luma. Yep, okay, there she goes.
Turn to form, look at this. And with Luma out of the picture, Ally's as good as even right now. He's still got a bit of work ahead of him if he wants to enter the next game on the lead, but that's not what's going to happen. A quick down smash.
Yeah, Dabuz able to salvage that one, man, but Ally certainly had the comeback looking good for a sec. And you know what? I wanted to point this out because I was with Austin when we first were mentioning it, when they played in Winners semifinals, but, or in Winners, oh wait.
semifinals.
And maybe it just was with you and we were casting the match. But the real difference maker here, sorry, so many games, getting a little
We have been here a while for a top 4.
Yeah, but the real difference maker in the matchup was when Ally was cooking his grenades enough that if Dabuz were to catch him with gravitational pull, he wouldn't be able to just throw him back. You know, it would explode in his hand immediately. Or he would run forward with the grenade in hand and just kamikaze or block, you know, and say, hey, like, I'm coming at you with this. If you want to do anything about it other than shield, you're taking damage. So
it was a lot of that early play we saw in Winners Finals that was letting Ally that lead, but I feel like the young layers, this players thinking about how each other's thinking has developed so deep at this point that I think Ally might have actually forgotten that that play with grenade is what really put him like in contention for winning the set earlier. If he remembers it, who knows where we're going to sit, because I feel like Ally's just developing further counterplay like Luma. But one thing that I want to bring up, you highlighted this on Ally's side for the previous game, the idea of the stock lead. A feature that a lot of people forgot that was important about Rosalina and Luma in Smash 4's metagame was how strong she was with a stock. We're looking at two characters that they take that lead and they drag it so far. They're able to carry momentum so well. To see these two Titans clash in such a unique matchup, it's like, it feels like these characters want to do the same thing, but their tools are so abstract that you really can't give that one-to-one comparison.
Also, I just love how Ally forward smashed Luma away, making her blow up into fireworks. You know, 4th of July, my dude.
That's she's dead, my guy.
Yeah, she was out of there for sure. And yeah, now we see Ally cooking his grenades a little bit, but not quite enough. It looks like he's a bit hasty to throw them. Just wants to get it out of his hands, start moving, try to generate some action here. But Luma facing backwards, of course, very interesting with that new change from the last patch. She's far enough away, she'll face Rosa.
It leads to some cute mix-ups.
Yeah, especially under DI.
Yeah. I feel like Ally's actually been caught out by that more times than I would care to point out, just because, like, what are you supposed to expect? How are you supposed to DI when you're getting attacked from such strange angles? You can't really hit the vertice of it, but, like, still, damn. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Oh, and Dabuz just having Luma linger there is so scary for Ally. Oh, barely hanging on after the portal. And just goes right through. I thought that would have stopped on Luma or something, but now the Nikita going to clear that stock off the table for Dabuz. And now we have that fabled stock lead. Of course, at 183, we're not really going to get to see Ally play that to the full advantage, you know, not going to get to trade with a bunch of grenades over and over again. He'll probably just die very soon. But if he were healthier, this is where we would see the match really start to go into his favor.
That being said, I feel like one thing that Ally started to bring back that we haven't seen in a while is grenade play. You highlighted this really well as we were coming into this particular game, actually, but like holding the grenade, putting a lot of them around Rosalina and Luma, forcing Dabuz to really make the decision on, do you want to be positioned right for this next interaction and take that damage and possibly lose it all? Or am I just going to walk away scot-free and just continue to pressure you? Ally's got that lead. He can continue to play like this. And he's got plenty of time on the clock, too.
Dabuz definitely taking extra care not to get hit by so many of these grenades. But, of course, as I say that, the soft back air into the one that was laying on the ground there, this is now officially starting to go off the rails for him.
At 222, man, some characters are just not long for this earth like this. Like, Ally's doing such a good job maintaining the pressure on Dabuz. He's focused this match to a point where Dabuz really can't afford to approach. It's going to be a back air from way deep that's going to lead to the stock ending, but that's still so deep into that first stock of Ally. He's got so much capital coming into this one that, like, once again, I think Ally's going to take this the way that it's playing out right now.
Yeah, the way that Ally survived on that first stock just pretty much set him up for success for the rest of the game. But I don't know, man. Dabuz playing extra carefully right now, just making sure not to take any explosions, any chip damage. And, of course, has to avoid the up tilt at all costs here, sitting in the 3 digits. Oh, the walling just so good. Star bits into jabs. Down tilt, you cannot get through this, man. He is a fortress. Oh! Never mind, just get behind the fortress.
It's not even a fortress at this point. It's just a mobile armada. The way that Ally has been able to press his zone of control so aggressively is a marvel to behold. Because it's not like traditional zoning where the average viewer is going to expect projectile spam. It's more like a room full of water. The water keeps rising more and more. You're sinking, you're drowning. You have nowhere to breathe because it closes further and further. And Ally just gets more and more options the worse it gets.
He's a flowing fortress supported with missiles and mortars, dude. That's Ally right now. But Dabuz really working this one back. Yeah, okay, takes the stock, only 30 to show for himself. It was a lot worse last time. This is still anybody's match. And yep, impatient with the grenades. That's costing Ally and 2 blowing up consecutively. There we go, Dabuz in the lead.
How did it all go so wrong so fast?
That's what happens, man. We saw that at the end of Game 5 too. In their first, or I'm sorry, Game 3 in their first set, when Dabuz just turned it around out of nowhere after being so far down. Yeah, star bits, grenades, star bits. Look at your shield going, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Max. I'm not even worried about shields at this point. I think parrying the star bits is incredibly detrimental to Ally because he's holding a grenade that entire time.
Yep, that's burning time on it.
Like, Ally is actually at a loss of options if he is parrying star bits. He has to take that hit on shield, but as you mentioned, that shield is getting chipped away really well.
So is Luma, though. She took like 3 grenades right there, and that's the majority of her life force.
I gotta say, these Lumas are kind of troopers in their own right. We've been seeing Dabuz rotate them out so swiftly. But, like, this counterplay has just been so nice.
Ooh, taking that grenade. Oh, Ally, I thought he was going to parry turnaround up tilt that could have done it. And now Dabuz well into the range. That up tilt will close the door on him here. You see Ally just sneaking around looking for it, but now to up air, that does it.
Yo, he wanted that grab so badly. Late throws to the rest. Give it a quick boots. But that whiff is what cost him. Oh, my God. Just one small interaction. I feel like Dabuz was just withering away Ally little bit by little bit, but that one whiffed grab is now putting Dabuz on tournament points.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Dabuz, man. Just the resilience of this player is incredible. And yeah, weak nair to up air. The fact that that's a true combo at kill percents is huge for this character. Do not sleep on her. That's probably the biggest buff they gave her. Forget about all the patch notes from the last patch or two where they gave her some tiny tweaks. Giving her a new nair entirely is huge.
I love that move. I've said it like on and off the mic that nair is that new hotness.
It really is.
It was just going to take a matter of time, just the right changes, just the right developments to the character for Rosa to really come back. I don't know if she's going to be the behemoth that she was in Smash 4, but right now, Dabuz making her look like she's a fully fledged character, that they made changes in all the right places on this character.
And you see, again, Ally so ready to throw the grenades immediately, and Dabuz has been using them to equal or greater effectiveness than him. That's a problem, man. You got to be cooking, but also to take the time to cook the grenades leaves you open for some pressure from Rosa. And if she finds that one grab, man, you've seen exactly how devastating her juggles are to Snake.
You know, one thing I'm beginning to really appreciate about Dabuz's pressure is it's not just that he's putting on a lot of damage. It's not just that he's keeping this even. He keeps on forcing Ally vertically. And he's doing it with and without Luma. It takes a bit of time for Ally to come back down. That's all that time that Lumas are taking to respawn. I think Dabuz has really figured out a new game plan for fighting off against Ally. Things were so rocky early on in this bracket. They were so rough coming in from Grand Finals. But history repeating itself so soon, Dabuz figuring out a lot of layers of counterplay, and Ally is not nearly as fast on the play.
Yeah, and you're seeing just Snake, one of those characters who loves to recover high, right? Almost every time. Rosalina's eyes should be lighting up when she sees something like that. This is kind of the perfect matchup to bust this character out in.
Staying alive. Oh, don't charge that too long.
Oh,
charge it as long as you want.
Yeah, exactly.
I was worried about gravitational bolt dragging it immediately into Ally's head. You take a fat 30, but like, guess not. It's going to be Dabuz eating all of that. Ally bringing us back to even, and in regular Ally fashion for what's become of him versus Dabuz. Damage beats on so quick.
Yeah, if he gets that nair to dash attack or nair to something, even just the nair itself does so much. Now Ally's looking great. Dabuz on the back foot here. Great GI in the up tilt though. Holding in. It's very counterintuitive. Oh, he gets him with the landing fair. Yes. Managed to trap the air dodge. Dabuz so good at scouting out his opponent's defensive actions.
Ally approaching with shield with no grenade, I feel is actually a terrible misstep because that shield approach, it brings right to the forefront of memory that Dabuz has to worry about grenade in hand. But Ally getting nothing off that first interaction, I feel like that almost blows his cover.
All right, Ally gonna hold him in place for that grenade explosion. Excellent recognition there, but of course, not enough to turn into anything too meaningful. Like the high recovery there from Dabuz. Doesn't even have to deal with coming back from the ledge to the stage. And that's huge against a character like Snake, who's so good at trapping.
Wow.
And the grenade, yep, I was going to say, that shield is on notice for sure. The timed explosion's going off, definitely not doing Ally any favors.
Yeah, I feel like Dabuz realized he wasn't having that Luma for much longer. But he sussed out a lot of how Ally's trying to change things back. So see him sort of peel away, try to figure out where the grenade zoning was really going to find itself. But I feel like these adaptations are coming from Ally a little too late now. Or at least he's not adapting nearly as swiftly as he was later on in the set. Max, I mentioned a little bit earlier, I was worried more about Dabuz's fatigue if Ally was bringing us closer and closer into the set count. But now I'm starting to worry about Ally fatiguing on Dabuz.
Yeah, it's looking like it for sure. And this is just so close to even right now. A good hit from either of them is going to close the door on the second stock. Potentially put Dabuz on championship point. Yes, the chase down and the grenade going off right in time. And I love how Dabuz can actually just use Luma to cover multiple landing options of Snake, right? Deploy Luma, and then you get the cover on the B reverse slash the directional air dodge, and then you've got Rosalina right there to cover close.
That was so lucky for Ally, getting out smashed immediately into a grenade that happened to send him a little less knockback, much better angle to the eye that he's well prepared for. But you're not surviving down smash at 200%. Dead even percentages, but this is the final stock that Dabuz needs to take in order to win Smash the Paramount from winner's side.
That feint that Dabuz used to track Ally's landing right there, jump up, but still out of range of any of his aerials on the way down, bait the back air out, bam, land, close it on the landing lag. And this is such an intense moment right now. Dabuz on the verge of taking home this C-tier event. That's a lot of PGR season points for him.
It's so many valuable wins. Like, it's at worst, you're looking at 2 wins on Ally, whose capital as a player has only been rising higher and higher and higher. And Ally didn't have an easy road into this top 8. Like,
no, he had to take out Light, man. That was kind of insane. Oh, the dash attack cancel grab, though. Gonna open Ally up. Build this percent lead even further into Dabuz's favor. And now, not only are we gonna see Dabuz still playing around and with the grenades very well himself, but being that the percent lead is so far in his favor, those grenades are just less effective overall. Ally's going to have to start making his way over to Dabuz. That's when we're going to see even more problems begin. Snake, of course, great CQC. His close quarters combat on point for sure. But when Luma's present, Rosa has some of the best boxing frame data in the game.
It's like Luma is able to box so well in his own right that Dabuz is able to play a different game while Luma's holding the front lines. And it's remarkable how well Dabuz has figured out how to puppeteer his way through to victory with Luma. But he's not there just yet. He's still taking bits of damage here while showing without Luma. Ally doing a great job of staying alive, but he's also bleeding. Things are getting so tense, but what is he going for?
I can't believe that had so little lag. Ally getting away with murder on that forward smash attempt. Oh, and Dabuz just wants to end it all with Luma here. He scouted the roll, but he
hold
overshot.
up, what's the follow-up? Luma about to come in. This could very well be the last several interactions of the night. We're coming down into the last 50 seconds of Game 4
Oh, I didn't even see the timer.
Look at that. The zoning war has gone on for so long, but it's been so bombastic that both of these players are just making it worse and worse for each other. Look at this.
Oh, that grenade dribbling over, just so sneaky. Ally, you have 30 seconds to close this one out. Dabuz not really the type to run the timer, you know? Like, oh!
And we're not going to need to see it. We're going into Game 5.
Oh, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. They just want to keep fighting.
Yo, we got our technical director cheer for Game 15. I'm just saying, if it happens, I'm losing it. I'm absolutely losing it. Anyone that knows me knows damn well that I always root for the longest possible set count, regardless of the situation, no matter how far behind the tournament is, no matter how behind or ahead of schedule we are. I always want down to the very wire. And what's this going on over here?
I don't know. Am I going to win this tournament? Let's figure it out.
That's what you get.
All right. I didn't expect the camera coming on me. I was trying to be sneaky about that and just have it on. But, you know, I guess I'm not as sneaky as the real Snake, dude.
Not, your espionage not tactical enough, my guy.
This tall lady in the stars just trying to kill me. Colonel, need more nanomachines. God, Metal Gear.
Game 5.
A weapon to rival Metal Gear. It is Luma from Super Mario Galaxy.
You know, everyone loves to like pick characters that smash against each other and sort of like pan out from the big picture and just see what's fighting what. When you look at what Luma is, which is like a glorified marshmallow,
Yeah.
against a grizzled veteran.
An actual combat veteran, dude.
And like how
A clone designed to be a super soldier, bro.
And then, like, not just one, but like an army of stars.
Yeah, very true. And their mom.
Yeah.
Stars and their mom versus hardened war veteran.
I like we could like to call Rosalina a space princess, but in reality, she's just a librarian. That's all she is. Let's not fool anyone. And that librarian taking mad hits right now, already losing the first stock within the first minute. Ally is on his way to reset this bracket.
Yeah, man. If that happens, I don't even know. I don't even know. Colonel, you mean I really gotta play another set?
Hold another 5 games. It's really about to happen. And normally I have a good feeling about game 10s. I don't have it with this one, but I want it so bad. I hope you want it because every one of these games has just been like an encyclopedia of knowledge for what you want to do as Snake in such variable situations. How I'm constantly forced to change how he's playing.
Oh, that Nikita from deep, dude. From deep. The Buzz forgot about it. And you could see he was trying to play around it so hard, but he's like, oh, but the C4's right here. I don't know what to do. Oh, man. All right.
It's such a wild situation right now. Forward throw is not going to be able to end out that stock, but he's got to take the little leads that he can get here. I feel like once we hit 200%, like that's the magic. That's where Dabuz is really able to end things out. But as I say this, Ally still staying alive.
Wow, dash attack actually giving red sparks. I don't think I've ever seen that even in Smash 4. But you never saw Rosalina let her opponents live this long in Smash 4. She just had so much kill power. Like, they die at 30 before they die at 230. All right, but there we go. Ally losing his stock by way of forward throw. Dabuz still in this for sure. Yet that 60% can melt away in just a couple exchanges. Already getting half of it done. But there goes Luma. That's going to make it a little harder, at least for the next 12 seconds.
Bro, Luma got pelted with a grenade. That's how you know Dabuz is really stretching these things to as far as he can against Ally.
Yeah, that does like 5%. So, you know, Luma taking all that damage is certainly very impressive, especially because Snake's so good at just killing her by knocking her off the stage with dash attack. Ooh, bear out of shield. I like it from Ally. Immediately going to go over to Luma and get rid of her. He knew that whatever pressure he could apply to Dabuz off the stage there was not worth the chance to kill Luma.
It's the problem child, yo. Like, every time Luma's on board, Dabuz is able to take such a heavy lead. He wins these little bouts without her, but all it does is just buy more time, make the job easier so that when Luma comes around, she's cleaning up shop hard. And look at that, the percentage lead that Ally had back with him. Dabuz taking a tiny bit of a lead now, seeing what he's going to be able to accomplish. Ally just opted double dash attack. That's all he wanted. Just get rid of Luma, buy himself more time. I think Ally is very aware of the time on the clock and how it's working in his favor.
Yeah, dude, I still can't believe that that last game almost went to time. Oh, what? Dabuz getting reversed on. I think because the down air hit him, it may have turned him around, and he just wanted a regular roll up B, ride the wall, but no. Had to adjust there. And, man, that was so close to even. We saw Ally really killing it at the beginning of this game, but Dabuz has brought it all the way back. You have to think, if he had just played a little bit more soundly there and took the second stock away, he would once again be on his way to winning this tournament.
Now the question is that going to be the swan song of set 1? Or is that little mistake going to be what brings us into another potentially grueling 5 games?
All right, well, Dabuz still managing to keep it close. Margins are super tight right now, 23% down if you round up. But if you get hit by an air, that's going to be 50%.
There's just so much damage that gets built on the board so easily. It's like, It's just the pressure on these two players must be immense because every little interaction matters so much. Look at this ally just trying to grind out every little bit of damage that he can. He's taking such a substantial lead.
And that's it. That's the bracket reset.
We are going into Grand Finals reset. Not done yet.
Yeah, no, you're not, bro. All right. Well, it's not over.
Nah, man. Far from it. Master Miller ain't nowhere to save Snake from this one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Gotta call up Maidling, save your progress. You know, you just made it to the second set, right? But you still got a lot of fighting to do. There's one more boss if you're gonna win. Dude, Dabuz versus Ally, man. We knew it was gonna be a long one.
We knew it was going to be a banger of a set.
But is it going to be 15 games long?
2 for 1. Are we getting game 15? Have we gotten to game 15 in Ultimate yet? The Grand Finals?
I don't know, actually. I feel like, you know, it would be crazy to think that we haven't. Just because, like, the game's been out for 6 months. It's got to happen somewhere. It's some local. But one of this scale, no, I don't think so.
Nonetheless, like, this is...
Oh, yeah, your first local. The first Aeon local was a 15-game winners of Grand Finals. That's ridiculous.
How about that? But I feel like, as you mentioned, we haven't had one that's been of this caliber, especially between these two players. Like, typically speaking, a lot of the buzz sets go 3-1 in either player's favor. And spotted with a few 3-0s here and there. The game 5s being even more sparing. But to see this many game 5s,
yeah,
like a perfect attendance in the top 4 as far as game 5s are concerned. This is literally maximum smash for what you're asking.
Yeah, for real. This game could ruin, or this set could ruin the streak, but the fact that it's a reset at all, I feel like we already completed the rounds, you know what I'm saying? We ran the gauntlet.
But honestly, Max, it's not just us that's running that gauntlet.
Oh,
it's the Buzz and Ally strapping in for potentially another 5 hit. Bare minimum, another 3, one way or the other.
Dude, we've got it easy up here, you know? We just have to talk about it. These guys have to think. They have to second guess every single input for, you know, what could be another half hour of gameplay here.
First blood in the Grand Finals reset has not been hit just yet. Ally's been doing a phenomenal job, literally rewriting the book of how you extend a stock. Because I feel like even amongst the roster of heavy characters, Ally has done so
No
well.
way! Dabuz, you are a madman! Locking him in the rapid jab, managed to get all the way over there and land the up smash. That was insane. That is the next frontier of this character's tech, bro.
Bro, I love Rosalina.
Oh, that was bonkers, dude. When's the Gimmer video about that? When's the Toasty clip? When's the Twitch clips? Oh,
you know people are going to be studying that for days, weeks to come.
You guys thought this character was dead. Oh, look at that. Yes, the high recovery. Luma sticking the button out just at the last second. And Dabuz looking so good in this first game of the reset. I think a fire was lit underneath him after losing the first one.
It was just like so close to ending things off the simple way. But it's never the simple way. Not this deep into play. Not with these talented of players. And you can see the drive to win so strong in both of their play.
You see how Rosa got hit, but Luma kept doing the down smash and hit Snake away. That was so spaghetti. 3 combatants entered, 1 left. 1 left standing.
Like I was mentioning, that's the X factor right there. Luma does his own. If he's not interrupted, he's chilling and ready to fight Ally. That's why I've been trying to highlight every time Ally focuses Luma, gets rid of him while he has all the stage control. It's so important because then you don't have to worry about those little interactions where Luma's hanging around to get one last swing at your ankles.
I don't know, man. This is the most convincing lead that Dabuz has had thus far, though. So if he keeps pace and he keeps playing like this, we could see a 3-0 in the Grand Finals number 2. I'd be down with a 13-game 3 sets between them.
It's definitely a respectable number, but I'd be a fool to count out either of these gentlemen just yet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anyone would. And I don't think anyone would opt to count either of them out. Of course, these players have so many years under their belts. They're not just going to let a little bit of a deficit or a game loss phase them to that degree. Wow, Dabuz's frame traps, though, so nice. All the way up there with Luma. And you could tell he read that air dodge down, but just a little bit off the mark. All right, back throw, okay.
Just trying to pivot around Luma's strike. It's so difficult to land.
Wow, the down smash not connecting. I think that was front hit for Luma. You know what I'm saying?
He's
So
stuck out his big toe.
Yeah. Ally getting real creative here, just trying to land any hit, but I think he's kind of resigned to his fate in this game.
Yeah, this one's going to be a bit of a hard case for even Snake to come back from. We're already climbing up to that legendary 200% marker, sitting at 170 here. So, like, how far can Ally realistically stretch that stock? Not far enough is what I would say.
Is what you would say if that killed, yeah. I think Rose's back throw got weaker in this game, because that used to be pretty reliable around like the 160 mark. Obviously, Snake a little bit on the heavy side. I believe he's rocking 107 or 106 weight, but yeah, obviously not dying to that. Oh, the cover of the grenade, and since it's nighttime here at Town and City, it was a little hard to see that. I certainly got hit by that, but I got hit by a lot of stuff that these guys didn't. So, you know,
like every
never
little
mind
thing,
me here.
every little thing that can put them ahead, man. Every little feature, from the textures in the background to positioning, to just little details.
Also, we saw Ally land 2 weak dash attacks in a row on Luna that sent her absolutely nowhere. So it's essential that if you it's essential that if you're trying to get rid of Luma with Snake, you gotta land a strong early hit of that move, or else it's all for naught, and then you're just completely open.
This is crazy. This play is getting so. This play's already been so good from both of these players. But, like, look at this once again, locked in the rapid jab.
That was so insane, dude. I lost my mind for that.
Dude, I don't even know what, like, hitboxes you have to get trapped between in Luna's rapid jab to even facilitate that.
I think what has to happen is she has to be in rapid jab, and Rosa has to get hit, and then, like, you hold an attack button or something, and then Rosa runs over and puts the finisher.
Yeah, but it's like, you'd think that Ally would be able to DI to some degree, especially as it's racking up that much.
Maybe, yeah, very true. All right, well, either way, here we go. Game 2 of the second set here in Grand Finals, the real Grand Finals of Paramount. The pressure from Dabuz, just Luma colliding with him is 1, and then 3 hits of the jab. It's going to be hard to defend against all that. You don't want to leave your shield up for too long. You don't want to miss and punish, and it caught Ally off guard there. So there we go. There's no Luma and some damage tacked onto Rosa, and that patented edge guard that Ally's been looping over and over again. It's so good because of all the active frames on that repeating down air. Just intercepts characters with no hitboxes on their recovery very well.
On top of that, a bit of conditioning we've seen out of Ally at the ledge. At the very far end of the ledge has been that up smash. That mortar has forced Dabuz to peel out just a little bit, leaving him in prime position to get down and over and over and over again. There's nothing that Rosa can do about it.
Absolutely surgical there by Ally. Nair 1, jab F tilt to get Rosalina away and tack on the optimal amount of damage. Then dash attack Luma, clear her up, and then another Nair into up tilt. Jesus, this guy's on fire right now. And I don't know, man, Ally going up in this match makes me think that Game 15 is on its way.
It could happen. It really could. Place your bets, folks. Because honestly, I don't know where the odds sit anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
in terms of who's going to win, it's hard to call, but whether there's Game 15 or not is pretty convincing right now.
It's like, I've never really entered a set like this where I could truly have no clue how it's going to go from game to game to game, because these players keep on adapting so well. Like, this really does look so different from how this set started, from how this entire struggle has started for Dabuz and Ally.
Oh, the extreme micro spacing right there. These guys just fidgeting in each other's faces. Wow, but Ally gonna swing the up tilt, go up 3-1. This is huge for him. Oh, Dabuz even trying to scout out that air dodge to the edge. That's pretty much Snake's favorite way to recover. Whether he's forced high or low on his up B, air dodging off of it, snatching the edge, definitely one of his go-tos. Oh, but Dabuz dropping the weak Nair finisher.
Just a little bit of location boost, getting something going. And Ally really not finding a lot of struggle here. He's just sort of beating down on Dabuz. He's got the 3-stock lead. She's chilling right in that sweet spot of percentages. Dabuz hasn't really found an answer right now for breaking this down.
That was so good. He had the grenade blow up on Dabuz. There's another one waiting on the ground. That's going to entice him to jump. Bam, meet him halfway with that back air. Ally covering so many options. His character and his projectiles doing a lot of the work for him.
You know, I love Luma's little shuffle from like the recovery frames of back air and still getting in position for like the next move from Rosa.
Yeah, it looks super goofy sometimes the way she moves.
But like that erratic movement is really important because you really can't tell the startup frames on what Luma's going to do next.
I like that. Parrying the first jab, but then rolling behind, knowing that either Ally is going to swing the rest, or just the frame advantage from parry plus the defensive action might have been enough to punish. Or at least just punishing with positioning. I think that's something that a lot of players overlook in this game. So many moves are safe. Maybe what you want to do after you block one is just move. But either way, Ally, all of a sudden, down to his last stock. This was looking so good for him, and now Dabuz making most of the lead back. All right, no Luma, though, and a 70% deficit. Ally still in position to take this one.
Yeah,
there it is.
It's a bit of a hard sell, even with good DI. Like, Rosa doesn't have the privileges of Ally's weight, so just like that, battle keeps marching forward.
Yep. She's a tall lady, but a very frail one. Very hollow bones.
This is insanity on both ends. The hover over Smashville kind of makes me worried. The Battlefield pick, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I feel like
I can't tell anymore. No damn stage matters
exactly,
at this point.
man. Exactly. You know, it's funny because like in Melee, the stages are so labbed out, and like everyone knows from years and years and years of practice and observation exactly which characters are going to take you to which stages and what's good and what's bad for the most part.
Right.
Of course, there's a lot of comfort picks. Like a lot of people just settle on Battlefield and Melee. But in this game, it's so much more free form, right? We don't have that kind of like data collection and analysis. So for one, nerds, step your game up. The Melee nerds are killing it right now. But even like in Brawl and Smash 4, it just kind of felt like whatever you feel like, aside from the obvious ones. Projectile characters go to FD. Sword characters go to Battlefield. But when you're two zoners fighting each other, I mean, you can really go anywhere. Like FD, this is a good stage for both characters. We'll see if Dabuz's counterpick is going to pay off. So far, winning these trades, that's just the nature of Snake. You know, if you're pulling the grenades out to trade, of course, you're getting hit by your opponent's move plus the grenade. So you're going to be trailing in the percents. But they were dead even at 32 for a sec.
Like, things start out so even, and then it just goes, man. Like, one little raw hit, whether it's a grenade, Luma gets a shot in, like, something goes awry so quickly, and just like that, in this situation, it's Ally in control of the ledge. Dabuz manages to squeak away, but look at the damage that he already ate so soon. To force Ally to take that same damage immediately, like, the way this set has developed has just been, like, intoxicating.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. These guys have some great games, no matter how you slice it, and you can just see by how ridiculously even both the game and the set are right now.
Bro, the last hit a down air?
They've got one set each on each other, one game each on each other, and about to be one stock each on each other in this third match here. Ally just trying whatever he can to make the landing a little bit more dangerous and confusing for Dabuz. Oh, the dash attack though, man. Just the best way to deal with Luma. It accelerates you forward. It's got a great strong hit. Your hands and shoulders are invincible.
Like, Ally is at least put enough evidence for anyone to never question the utility of that move. He, in just this set alone, like, Snake's use of his dash attack on Luma, specifically Luma, not just Rosalina, has been integral to Ally, not just keeping himself alive, but keeping the battle even, no matter how traumatic the fight is.
Right now, Ally making great use of the counterpick stage. I think one of the most annoying things for Snake on Battlefield is that your up smash gets nerfed in effectiveness, because when it comes down and you're under a platform, it's not going to explode at ground level. So now we're seeing Ally use that move just a little bit more here than he would otherwise. There's one thing Ally's not doing that I feel like I haven't seen other Snakes doing, but this is like my favorite thing to do. You pluck a grenade and then you immediately up smash out of shield. And it's so good because the grenade goes behind you, the up smash comes up, then you retreat behind the grenade that's cooking.
There's a lot of space.
It's so good, yeah, and I've not seen Ally do it at this tournament yet. It's really, really good. That's patented max catch-up tech if you want to take that.
Take your notes, kids. You learn from more Snakes than just Ally tonight.
I'm going to go over and tell Ally about it after the tournament. But, yeah, I would love to see him do that. It's just so good for edge trapping.
I feel like a lot of the fight has been very forward-facing for Ally. Dabuz hasn't really tried to take advantage of situations where he's got Luma positioned behind him. So there isn't any real threat of cross-up, I feel. And Ally has been doing such a good job of like calling out whenever Dabuz is trying to pincer him. So like, maybe a tactic like that isn't as necessary, or Ally is like just figured out that he doesn't even want Dabuz in that situation for him to have to account for it.
Yeah, he's just playing his way, man. And that's, you know, at the end of the day, like, you see the best players in the world, they don't necessarily play optimally. They play comfortably, and it works for them because it's in the brain that matters, not necessarily how technical or, you know, the maximum output on every single interaction. It's not what wins games, believe it or not. It does make great Twitter clips, though.
Very true, dude. What's the play? All right, so this has happened time and time again. Ally will lay a grenade. He'll set the down throw for the mix-up. But Dabuz constantly rolls at a very specific time where the grenade is placed. He's keeping track of how that grenade is cooked so that as he rolls over it, he gets away scot-free. Ally takes just a little bit of damage, but more importantly, loses complete control of the situation.
Yes, and also delaying his get-up can make Luma able to attack too. And having Luma actionable during a tech chase is so annoying. Oh my god. Oh, that was almost it. And Ally was winning this game by a good bit earlier. Yeah, Dabuz. I was saying that I think Ally's the more tenacious player here, but I don't know. Dabuz has surprised me with his ability to make comebacks, even with zoning-based characters. Oh, he accidentally got 2 grenades there. That's not good. The gravitational pull a little bit too good for him. And what's he got? Oh, Ally, you're crazy for going for that.
Oh, you're crazy for that too.
All right, winning the rubber game. It's going to put Ally in control of the set. Game 5, if it comes to that, is going to be played on his terms, on his stage of choice. So this is actually huge for our Chilean, French-Canadian friend over here. Meanwhile, hometown hero Dabuz. Of course, New York is behind him right now, but New York is quiet as they just saw their hero drop another game.
It's that tension building in the air. Everyone that's left is watching this set with bated breaths. It's insanity, man. Like, the fact that these players have been forced to one-up each other for so long. Like, I cannot stress enough how long they've been playing just for grand finals.
Yeah, man, it's like a 5-hour top 8 almost. Jeez.
Oh, like nearly everything went to game 5, I think, except for the losers' 8th matches.
Yeah.
And even those were in shutouts.
Yeah, I think once we... Yeah, it was the set before you came on to join me was a 3-2, and then everything since then has been game 5. So we'll see. Is Dabuz going to break the trend by losing this match? So far, it's looking good for him. But I don't know, man. Ally, full of surprises. Anything can happen when this guy's on the screen. You just see Luma get clapped up like that. Snake, supposed to be a camper, right? But then this man steps up to the plate.
Yo, my man's is in the RV. This camp is mobile.
Yeah, wow, that's true. Yeah. Ally definitely is the RV driver.
Like, he doesn't care. He just wants to keep on moving his point of pressure so far ahead, so far down Dabuz's throat, that Dabuz is forced into these uncomfortable ledge situations. Now, mind you, Dabuz has been flourishing as far as the options he's picking, how far he's developing those options, but it's still Rosalina at the ledge. She's only able to do so much because Luma's not rolling up to save her.
Yeah, Ally and the RV man snaking bad right now. Oh, and he closes it out with that classic edge guard. It's the new classic because Ally's been doing that for, I'd say, a decent portion of Ultimate, but of course only in Ultimate. I don't think we ever saw him go for that for all. It was a little too crazy. All right, here we go. Ally establishing even more of a lead here.
He's got the control, but mispositioning on the C4. Actually going to spell disaster for Ally. That one little mistake cost him the stock. And a fairly important lead at that, too, 148. In the grand scheme of the set, that's looking really early for Ally and not a good look.
Man, I love how Dabuz just ran underneath all the explosives, too, just to find a way in on Ally. But, man, this light character, 80%. She was in the corner. Fortunately for Dabuz, managed to pick up that back throw. And how's this struggle going to pan out? No. Interrupted by the grenade and loses the stock in the process. Ally on championship point right now. One more kill, and that's first place for him.
Pressure's never been higher on Dabuz, I feel. Like, this is a matter of him defending the homestead or Ally walking away with the trophy tonight.
Yeah, and of course, can't have the Canadians win 2 things in 1 week.
Nah, we don't need Canada.
Let's go, Raps.
We don't need Canada popping off that hard, all right?
But hey, man, if the Raptors won, doesn't that mean Long Island won too?
New York FGC will find a way to claim this win. But it's going to be really hard if New York loses this current set.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult. Ooh, Dabuz, he can only afford to take so many more hits at this point. On the grenade. Oh, this is so intense. Ally just running in with these sweeps. The down tilt, such a safe move. Great way to pressure both Rosalina and Luma, especially because of the low profile associated with it. Oh!
Holy, you can't do that.
I don't think he meant to do that. He was probably just trying to get F tilt too.
Hey, listen, if he got it though, he got it. But like,
if you got it, you're a genius.
That's too much of a finish here.
Oh, all right, hold up. Last stock. Are we going to game 15 or not?
I want to see that.
What do you have to make up for this lead? Yes, the Nair to up tilt, such good pressure. We've been seeing him use that a lot. And the grenade bouncing off of Luma actually put it right into Snake's face there. But nothing else is going to be bouncing off of this Luma now that it's dead. Oh, Dabuz trying to fade, but it finds its way into the grab. Ally with the chase. And that lurking mortar, the C4 just making his life so difficult. Yes, it is, and Ally is your Paramount champion. Clutching that one out in 14 games against Dabuz. Man, even when it looked so bad for him, this man was able to turn up the heat, keep the clutch factor going, and walk away with first place. Props to Canada, man. Great week for them. First place in the NBA Finals, now first place at Smash at Paramount.
Man, NYFGC's top scientists are going to have to figure out a way to make this our win, because Canada takes home the gold on this one. Oh.
All right, let's hear from Stu. He's going to deliver the closing remarks.
And the trophy.